So I thought this was happening. Every time I'd come out here, I'd end up sticking a little bit of water in the radiator, and it would it's like under pressure of vacuum. So I kept checking the oil, and it was fine. And yesterday I started it up, and just check the brake pressure when it was going. And this morning I've come in, and there's a little bit of water, like 50 mils is gone. Yesterday I noticed there's a little bit of steam coming out the back. And then I checked the oil, and there's water getting in, and fucking fucked off. Look at that shit. Focus, you fucker. Look at that crap. Look at it. Fucking assholes. So I think water's still getting in through the water gallery through there. I've put some shit around it, but I know the block of this motor has been shaved down because there's no numbers, because you can just barely make out some numbers, but they're gone. So I think I'm going to have to get the manifold maybe thing down a little bit, plane down, make it sit lower, or take all the inlet manifold off, tighten it down a little bit more, and retorque the heads maybe a little bit more, 2 more newton meters or something. So it's because it's in between this and that, so I haven't gone to the end of those gaskets, so I might do that as well, and then go from there. Well, I'm gonna have to get, but I never used to do this until I did that new manifold. So it could be the manifold. I'll have to go back to that old one over there, which isn't as nice in the top where the card bolts down. Or I get one of that aftermarket one. It was like $320 because it had a blemish on it, and then I've got a dual plane performance manifold. Yeah, or let's go the 304 block and put all that and make it carbureted. But over it, I'm fucking annoyed. I'm so close to having this car on the road, and then that happens and it fucks me off. But it's just a process, elimination. So just have to muck around with that again and go from there. Bit suck, but it won't take that long. Probably. No, it's pretty basic. Just don't have to pull the heads off. Oh well. My mate's coming around today. I bleed the brakes, and I didn't have enough transmission fluid in it, so it wasn't moving. So bleed the brakes, put some more fluid in it, move it because my tyres keep going flat because they're brand new. They need to be beaded in or whatever properly. And then my motor's filling up with water. Fun. And sucky. So I've taken all the inlet manifold off. And I used the old gaskets and put this shit on there on both sides of the gasket. Glued it up. And then I thought, I better take the rocker covers off and clean in the tops of the rockers. The creamy oil out, and that's when I seen that head bolt there is been weeping. So that's where the water had been coming from, which goes through the water gallery. So Now take those rocker studs off there and pull that bolt out and put some Loctite on the end, and then at the top of the bolt I'm going to put some more of this stuff, and that should stop the water coming up and through there, and then it should be fine. I've had the brakes bled. This was a pain in the ass paying for this bloody valve. I had to fully take it all apart to get the fluid to go through it properly and stick it back together without it adjusted. So now I've bled all the brakes through with the bleeder. I'll do it by foot now just to make sure. And then I just got to do drive shaft hoops. And I think that is it. Should be done. And put the whole car back on the ground. I've taken it off. Got my stuff there to glue the top. Some Loctite to glue the end of the thread and the bolt. Clean the bolt. And I cleaned down the hole too with a TIG rod and a rag with a bit of petrol on it. And poked it in there and cleaned that out. So got all that shit out of there. Now just torque it all down. It's the last bolt, so don't have to do a sequence. Just do the old Newton meters, 3 stages, and yeah, wait till tomorrow, and I'll got to flush this motor out with some old engine oil to get rid of the water that's in there. Got a new filter, but I'll leave that off for now and give it a flush through first, and then I'll put a filter on and flush it again, then put a new one in and a whole lot of new oil. So just want to get it sealed first to make sure it's all sealed, no more water leaks. It's all back together. Put some more waste oil in there. Just gonna wait till tomorrow before it's all cured properly, the glue's cured, and then put some water in it. There's the water that was in the oil after I tipped all that was floating on the top out. So not too much water, but a bit enough. Look at it, it's like shit. So hopefully it's all sorted. And then let's just get these brakes adjusted properly and drive shaft hoops. And I found a new certifier, but not far from me, half an hour away, so it's going to make it a lot easier than instead of going all the way to Whangarei, which is an hour and a half away, towing the car there. So it's going to make it heaps easier.